Dark skill presents hire purchase. Sometimes we need or want to buy some things, but we do not have enough money in our pockets. And that's a good reason that we borrow money by getting into a loan agreement with a person or an organization. The amount paid back is more than the amount borrowed. And that's exactly where the lenders make their money from. And the extra amount is called the interest. The agreement comes with an annual or yearly rate of interest expressed as a percentage of the borrowed amount. Let's say the borrowed amount is P, and the rate of interest is equal to I% per annum. This means per year, the yearly rate of interest. So if you borrow the money for 1 year, you pay back the amount paid back if the money is borrowed for 1 year is equal to P, the amount borrowed, plus the interest, which is I% of P. Now this is for 1 year. If the rate of interest is given as a percent, we need to change it to a decimal by dividing with 100. So if this is given to be 10%, say for example, the amount to be paid back after 1 year is going to be P plus 10% of P. 10% means 0.1. So that is going to be P plus 0.1 P, which is 1.1 P. That's how it works. And we might need more than a year to pay back. So let's say we need N years to pay back the money. This is the interest that you're paying for 1 year. Now, if you want to keep the money for N years, obviously they're going to make you pay more. So this is going to be multiplied with N. So if we may write that down, the amount paid back is going to be equal to the amount borrowed, P, plus I% of P multiplied with N, which is equal to P plus I over 100 if this I is expressed as a percentage, 10% or a 5% or a 2%. So that's I over 100, change it to a decimal, of P, that means times P times N. And there are two terms in this expression. P is the common factor. Let's take that out. This is equal to P times 1 plus, if you take the P out of P, you have 1. P times 1 plus, you take this P out, you have IN. And if the I is expressed as a percentage, you got to divide that with 100. This is the amount that you pay back after N years. Typically, this amount is paid back by making equal monthly repayments, also referred to as installments. So the monthly repayment or the monthly installment is equal to the total amount that you pay back, total amount paid, that's the amount borrowed plus the interest, divided by the number of months. Here's a problem for us to try out. The cash price of a bicycle is 2,500 Rand. Nathan paid 200 Rand deposit and another 6 equal monthly repayments. In all, he paid 3,248 Rand. We need to find the interest paid and the amount of each monthly repayment. There were 6 of them. I guess part A is easy. The interest paid, interest is the extra amount paid. So that is equal to the amount he actually paid minus the price of the bicycle. That's the extra amount he paid, right? So this is equal to 748 Rand. To find the amount of each monthly repayment, part B, we first need to subtract the initial deposit from the total amount he paid. So let's call that amount paid by monthly repayments is equal to 3,248, the total amount paid, minus the initial deposit, which is 200 Rand. And therefore this is equal to 3,048 Rand. Now this amount has been divided equally into 6 months or 6 repayments. Therefore, what is the amount of each repayment? The monthly repayment is equal to this amount divided by 6, which is equal to, I guess, 508.